We're back with another 50 random facts that will blow your mind. In this video, we play ball better than Caltech's baseball team did. We find out which iconic film Eva Longoria unknowingly saved. Take a dive down memory lane when Big Ben almost became Digital Dave, and how your life might be playing itself over and over. Let's get started. Ring theory in psychology suggests that people organize their relationships in concentric circles, with the innermost circle representing the closest emotional connections. This theory helps explain how individuals prioritize emotional energy, time, and attention based on relationship closeness. From late 2001 to 2015, competing bread producers, retailers, and supermarket chains in Canada secretly colluded to artificially inflate bread prices at both the wholesale and retail levels in a widespread price-fixing scandal. Sadao Munamori, a Japanese-American soldier, posthumously received the Medal of Honor for sacrificing his life to save fellow soldiers in Saravezza, Italy, making him the only Japanese-American receiving the Medal of Honor during or immediately after World War II. The first traffic light, introduced in 1868, predates motor vehicles by 17 years. Originally designed to control the flow of horse-drawn carriages, it marked an early attempt to regulate street traffic. During the Cold War, some West Berlin subway lines curved beneath East Berlin, passing through eerie ghost stations. These dimly lit stops were closed off and guarded, with trains silently passing through until the Berlin Wall fell in 1989. 9 banded armadillos uniquely give birth to 4 identical offspring at a time. These quadruplets come from a single fertilized egg that splits into 4, making them natural clones of each other. The baseball team of California Institute of Technology, or Caltech, endured a 228-game losing streak from 2003 to 2013, one of the longest in college sports history, finally ending the streak with a dramatic win in 2013. Titanic 2 is a planned modern replica of the RMS Titanic, announced in 2012 by billionaire Clive Palmer. After multiple delays, its maiden voyage is now scheduled for June 2027, following years of project silence. Florida's highest natural point is Britton Hill at just 345 feet above sea level, the lowest high point of any U.S. state. Miami's Panorama Tower surpasses it, reaching 861 feet above sea level. Don Juan Pond in Antarctica has a salinity of 45.8%, making it extremely salty. This high salt content lowers its freezing point to minus 50 degrees Celsius, enabling the pond to remain in liquid form. The James Webb Space Telescope's mirrors took 9 years to manufacture, beginning with blanks in 2004. All segments arrived at Goddard by 2013 and were stored in a clean room until installation was completed in 2016. Standard point shoes are manufactured using a common last for both left and right shoes, making them identical. The shoes require breaking in to mold to the dancer's feet for optimal comfort and support. Rochester was once a city, but lost its status in 1998 after the formation of Medway. It became the first city in the UK to lose its city status due to failure in preservation. The Madonnina statue, perched atop Milan Cathedral, is traditionally the highest point in the city. To preserve this, replicas have been placed on taller buildings, such as the Pirelli Building and Allianz Tower, ensuring the statue remains the city's tallest symbol. The last time all humans were on Earth simultaneously was October 31st, 2000. Since then, there has always been at least one astronaut in space, marking the continuous human presence beyond Earth. In 1950, only 9% of American households owned a television. By 1960, that number skyrocketed to 90%, reflecting the rapid growth of television's influence on American culture during the decade. The last U.S. president who was neither a Democrat nor a Republican was Millard Fillmore. He served as the final Whig Party president from July 1850 to March 1853, marking the end of the Whig Party's influence. In 2007, a 53-year-old woman died from a stroke, and her organs were donated to 4 people. All of them later developed breast cancer, with 3 dying from it. The donor had undiagnosed breast cancer when she passed. Eva Longoria once spent $6 million to save a film. Not knowing anything about the film in question, an agent told her it is the right thing to do. The film in question? John Wick, released in 2014. The infamous Pac-Man kill screen happens due to a bug when the game tries to display 256 fruits. An overflow error causes it to draw random memory data instead, filling half the screen with glitchy, unreadable graphics. In the UK Parliament, a centuries-old box of snuff from the 1600s remains preserved. Though last used in 1989, it's still available to officials and is kept stocked by the principal doorkeeper. Rubies and sapphires are actually the same gemstone. Both are forms of corundum. When the stone is red, it's called a ruby. In any other color, it's known as a sapphire, even multicolored ones. Ingeborg Rappaport, a German pediatrician, was denied her degree by the Nazis due to her Jewish heritage. In 2015, at age 102, she finally earned it, becoming the oldest person ever awarded a doctorate. In 2023, a seed mix-up by major suppliers led to gardeners across the U.S. growing unexpected pepper varieties. Dubbed Peppergate, the incident sparked online confusion, memes, and a wave of accidental spicy surprises in home gardens nationwide. The Great Daylight Fireball of 1972 skimmed Earth's atmosphere at just 57 kilometers above Utah, causing sonic booms and a smoke trail. It was predicted to return in 1997, but was never seen again. Before we continue, this is the part of the video where I should ask you to subscribe. Instead, I'll show you a cute picture of cat. Let me know in the comments what cute animal picture you want next week. Japan's national anthem, Kimigeo, is the world's shortest, with only 32 characters in Japanese and a single verse. Its lyrics come from a Heian-era poem over 1,000 years old. In ancient Rome, flamingo, especially its tongue, was considered a luxurious delicacy. Wealthy Romans prized its rich flavor, often serving it at extravagant feasts to showcase their opulence and status. Nobel disease, or Nobelitis, refers to Nobel Prize winners embracing strange or unscientific ideas later in life, believing their expertise extends beyond their field, often leading to controversial or debunked claims. City Montessori School in Lucknow, India, is the world's largest school, with 61,345 students as of August 10, 2023, according to the Guinness World Records. It offers education from preschool to grade 12 in a coeducational, English medium setting. Scotland Yard's criminal database is called HOMES, Home Office Large Major Inquiry System, a clever nod to Sherlock Holmes, the famous fictional detective associated with solving complex cases. On April Fool's 1980, the BBC World Service pranked listeners by announcing that Big Ben would go digital and be renamed Digital Dave to help tourists tell time. Many were outraged before realizing the joke. Pucker Butt Pepper Company, founded by Ed Curry in 2003, created the Carolina Reaper, the world's hottest chili. In August 2023, their Pepper X surpassed it, taking the Guinness World Record for the hottest pepper, a title it still holds. The Boötes Void, also called the Great Nothing, is a huge, empty space in the sky near the Boötes constellation. It has only 60 galaxies, even though there should be around 2,000 galaxies in such a large area. In 2023, Real Kakamora Football Club had a record season for the wrong reasons, finishing the season with 22 losses out of 22 games and conceding an average of over 5 goals per match. Their season ended with a 14-0 loss against the Solomon Warriors. The Young and the Restless, an American soap opera, first aired on March 26, 1973. On November 13, 2024, the show celebrated a major milestone with the airing of its 13,000th episode. In Queensland, Australia, keeping or supplying rabbits is illegal with strict penalties. However, Biosecurity Queensland grants limited permits for research, public display, magic acts, and circuses, ensuring rabbits are controlled to prevent environmental damage and protect native wildlife. Oscar winners must offer their trophy to the Academy for $1 before selling or disposing of it, preserving the award's integrity. Nifsky, an American speedrunner, holds the world record for completing Super Mario Bros. In 4 minutes 54 seconds and 565 milliseconds, achieved in January 2025, coming within milliseconds of the game's theoretical speedrun limit. George Boole, the founder of Boolean logic, died in 1864 after developing pneumonia from walking in cold rain. His wife's cold water treatment worsened his condition, ultimately leading to his death. Aramati Mangama, an Indian woman, set the record as the oldest mother, giving birth to twin girls at 73 on September 5, 2019, through IVF in Andhra Pradesh. Dyscalculia is a learning disorder that affects mathematical abilities, similar to how dyslexia impacts reading. Individuals struggle with number sense, calculations, and problem solving, making everyday tasks like budgeting and time management challenging. Eternal recurrence is the philosophical concept that life endlessly repeats exactly as it is. Friedrich Nietzsche explored this idea, urging people to live meaningfully, as every moment will be relived infinitely. In 2023, Americans over 60 lost over $3 billion to online scams, making them prime targets for fraud. Common scams included phishing, tech support fraud, and investment schemes, highlighting growing cybersecurity concerns. During the Great Depression, stores introduced layaway plans to help customers afford items over time. However, as credit card became mainstream in the 1980s, layaway plans significantly declined in popularity. Persian is a pluricentric language with 3 standard forms: Farsi in Iran, Dari in Afghanistan, and Tajik in Tajikistan and parts of Uzbekistan. Despite regional differences, they share a common linguistic foundation and historical roots. The 4 P's of marketing, product, price, promotion, and place, are fundamental principles guiding marketing strategies. Originating in the late 1940s, they help businesses effectively position and sell their products to target audiences. Botanically, watermelons are berries called peepos because they develop from a single ovary and have a fleshy interior with a tough rind. Surprisingly, this makes them closer to cucumbers than typical berries. Former NFL player Chad Johnson legally changed his name to Chad Ochocinco in 2008. Ochocinco means 8'5" in Spanish, matching his jersey number 85 before changing it back in 2012. The Cayman Islands, known for its zero income tax, is a major tax haven. With over 100,000 registered companies, it has more businesses than residents, attracting global corporations for offshore banking and asset protection. The Saharan silver ant is the world's fastest ant, reaching 855 millimeters per second or 3.1 kilometers per hour. It covers 108 times its body length per second, similar to a human running at 720 kilometers per hour. In next week's 50 Random Facts, we will be looking at DC and Marvel Comics, what really makes them different, how the Ben Franklin effect can affect you, and how much power do you really hold in your pocket. Make sure to subscribe, you don't want to miss out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.